Leo, get ready, because what you are about to discover is not just a simple change, it's an inner revolution. You are not reading this by accident. This is a call from destiny, and I warn you, it's going to shake your soul. The version of you that you once knew is being left behind. The mirror will soon show you a new face, braver, more authentic, fiercer. This is not a threat, Leo, it's a gift. But like everything that transforms, it will first make you uncomfortable. Someone has just fallen, yes, but that's not what matters. What matters is that while they were falling, you were rising. Even if you didn't see it, something was quietly forming. A truth, a fire. A fire that comes to burn away all your false versions, your silent pacts with fear, your attempts to fit into places where you no longer belong. Pause your doubts, because if you want to ignite what's coming, make space for it. Hit like, subscribe, and right below. I, Leo, rise from my own ashes and stay until the very end, because the most powerful part of this story hasn't even begun yet. And if you leave now, you will miss the exact moment when everything makes sense. Tell me, Leo, how many times have you felt your light dim in the midst of someone else's applause? How many times have you silenced your roar so you wouldn't make others uncomfortable? And how many times have you felt you couldn't keep up that forced smile you wear like armor? Because inside, Leo, you also tremble. That trembling is not weakness. It's a sign that something wants to awaken, that your soul can no longer tolerate more lies, more empty routines, more half-hearted love. Everything you feel, that sacred discomfort, has a reason. It's not failure, it's not punishment, it's the threshold, the exact point where your expansion begins. I'll say it again, Leo, none of this is by chance. Everything that hurt, everything that fell apart, everything that made you doubt was part of the plan. Do you have the courage to face what you've been avoiding, to take off the mask, even if they see you vulnerable? Because the universe doesn't want your perfection, it wants your truth. And yes, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt to let go of bonds that no longer add value. To accept that some people cannot walk with you to the level of light you are reaching. But it's also going to set you free. It's going to open doors where there were only walls. It's going to awaken your sleeping wings. It's going to remind you that you were born to fly high. Pay close attention, Leo. Everything is speaking to you. Your dreams, your silences, that sudden impulse to start over. You're not crazy. You're awakening. The energy has already shifted. You can feel it even if you can't explain it. There's something in the air whispering to you. Your moment has arrived. And this new cycle, Leo, is not about surviving. It's about conquering, about blooming, about shouting your truth with your chest on fire and your eyes shining bright. Because you are no longer the same, and you will never be the same again. Do you see it, Leo? You're breaking invisible chains. You're finally ending the cycle where you were the pillar for everyone, except yourself. This time, there's no turning back. This time, you are the center. And here comes the unexpected twist. The person who fell, the one who once seemed invincible, now looks up at you from below. They no longer hold the control. They seek you out, but this time from a different place. No longer like before. Because now you are the one holding up your own world. You are the protagonist. The role has changed. And this message is not for just anyone. It's for you, Leo. For you, who so many times dimmed your light for fear of overshadowing others. But the time for shrinking is over. You are not a satellite, you are the sun. And the moment has come to embrace that power with your whole heart. You're not here to save anyone. You're here to be true to yourself, to ignite your fire so that whoever wishes to can feel its warmth, and whoever doesn't can step aside. Everything that seemed confusing is starting to fall into place. The shadows were never enemies. They were the curtain. And now, it's rising. Do you want to know who falls and who rises? Stay, because the most impactful part hasn't happened yet. Before we continue, leave your energetic mark. Comment, I, Leo, accept and open the doors to the rebirth destiny brings to me. Feel it on your skin. because what you are about to live has no return. A new chapter is beginning, and your soul already knows it. Listen closely, Leo. All that strength within you, that fire that sometimes overflows and other times seems to fade, it's awakening, but in a different way. Haven't you noticed the past coming back? Not to haunt you, but to help you release it, to make you understand that you are no longer the same person who once suffered because of it. Old messages, memories, names you thought were buried, all of it resurfaces. But this time, you are in another place, on another level. And only those who have the courage to let go can rise. There is someone who has fallen, someone who had to hit rock bottom to understand what they lost. And you, Leo, are no longer there to hold them up. You are here to watch with compassion and keep walking your own path. Not for revenge, not to hurt, but to understand that not everyone can go where you are going. Some came only to teach you something. Teachers disguised as lovers, challenges that tested your self-love, bonds that showed you your limits. But now, at last, the masks fall, the false crumbles, the authentic prevails. And that, Leo, is freedom. And when you begin to walk lightly, when letting go stops hurting, relief appears. Your body feels it, your energy clears, you breathe differently. The universe responds, because when you choose yourself, destiny also chooses you. And then doors you thought were closed swing open. Unexpected projects, new people, fresh ideas. Everything arrives as a gift for your decision to be reborn. Because yes, Leo, there is a rebirth in the air, and this time it's for you. You begin to feel it in the smallest details, Leo. That idea that wakes you up in the middle of the night, that call that arrives without warning, that encounter that breaks you apart and puts you back together. Everything has a purpose. Will you receive the new, or will you stay tied to what no longer resonates with you? How many times have you dimmed your desire for fear of making others uncomfortable? How many times have you postponed your own joy just to hold up others? That cycle is over. It's no longer about saving anyone, it's about saving yourself. And when you choose yourself, Leo, something changes in the universe. As if everything on your level begins to recognize you. You meet people who speak to you with truth, opportunities that make you vibrate, relationships that don't want your light for themselves but shine alongside you. But be careful. That doesn't mean it won't hurt, because growth always scrapes a little. There are goodbyes that burn, and there are tears that cleanse more than 1,000 words. Sometimes, the hardest thing is not letting go of someone, but letting go of that version of yourself you thought you had to be loved. But today, Leo, you are different. Today, you don't ask for permission to bloom. Today, you take your place with dignity and fire. And when you see the one you thought was untouchable fall, when that figure that once seemed invulnerable collapses, it's going to shake you, because that's when you'll understand a huge truth. No one is stronger than their soul when they dare to be authentic. And you, Leo, hold a truth that burns, that illuminates, that guides. Don't look back, don't search for someone to blame. Ask yourself what it was for, because every loss hides a gift. And yours is called freedom. It's time to open it, to receive it without fear, to allow life to reward you for choosing yourself when no one else did. Leo, don't underestimate what's about to happen. This is not a simple change. It's a rebirth. It's a rewriting of your story from scratch. Reality is waiting for your yes, waiting for you to dare to leave behind that last fear, to release the weight that no longer defines you. Do you feel it? That new vibration you can't quite explain? That pulse running through your skin? That's the universe telling you, now it's your turn. And it's no coincidence that suddenly ideas start pouring in, impulses arise, a burning desire to break everything apart and start fresh. That's the cosmic rhythm aligning with your inner fire. You were born to leave a mark, Leo, to light up paths, to be the sun. And yet, how many times have you dimmed your flame so you wouldn't bother others, so you wouldn't overshadow those you loved? How many times you made yourself small to avoid discomfort? You swallowed your words for fear of rejection. You gave your light to those who didn't know how to hold it. You stayed silent to avoid conflict, but that silence weighed more than any scream. And the price was your brilliance, your joy, your essence, but enough. Enough of being borrowed light in someone else's story. You did not come into this world to be decoration. You came to be fire, to burn away what doesn't honor you, to shine with your whole truth. Now everything you kept silent turns into strength. Everything you hid becomes your greatest truth. And yes, Leo, the world will tremble when they see you free, without the need to please, without filters. Because what fell away was not a loss. It was a cleansing. The universe is preparing the ground for your new beginning. Nothing is lost. Everything transforms. What seemed like an ending is a seed. Can you dare to see it that way? To trust that every closed door pushes you toward what was truly meant for you? Because yes, rebirth is uncomfortable, and you may miss what once was. Fear may appear right before the leap, but think about it. How many times has fear stolen opportunities from you? This is the moment to decide. Are you going to stay watching from the shore, or will you be the one to dive into the water fully? Say it out loud with me. I, Leo, choose my own destiny and surrender to the change I deserve. Feel the power of those words, because every time you choose yourself, the universe aligns in your favor. Pay attention, Leo. Someone who once seemed far away is coming back to you, but nothing is the same now. You have changed. Your energy has changed. Will you open that door? Or have you understood that it's not about reviving the old, but about creating something new? This is your challenge, to recognize your worth without depending on anyone. Sometimes true self-love is saying no, even when it hurts. Do you dare to set boundaries? To close cycles with dignity, without resentment, but with absolute clarity? Look closely around you. Everything changes. Your perception changes. What once attracted you now feels small, limited, and that's not loss. It's evolution. You're refining your fire. It's no longer for just anyone. It's for those who can hold it without extinguishing it. And while that happens, new opportunities appear. Doors open to projects. Alliances that vibrate like you do. Relationships that don't ask for permission. They simply flow. Do you feel it? There's a force pushing you from within, a new certainty that needs no explanation, only action. Don't delay any longer. You know this is yours. Emotionally prepare yourself. Someone is coming into your life with an energy you've never felt before, not necessarily a love from the past. It could be someone new, or someone who's been close all along, but you never saw with the right eyes. Someone who looks at you without filters, who doesn't want to change you, who sees and accepts you, who doesn't compete with your light. They celebrate it. Are you ready to let the unexpected in? Or will you lock yourself back inside the familiar out of fear? Ask yourself, Leo, what would happen if you stopped anticipating the ending? If you simply surrendered to the now, with courage and without guarantees? Because while all this unfolds, you will be tested. The universe will tempt you with what's comfortable, with the same old, with what's lukewarm. But you are no longer the same. Now you can tell the difference between what nourishes and what drains. Don't fall into the trap of nostalgia, Leo. The future you deserve is not behind you. It's on the other side of the leap. Close your eyes. Imagine your life if you allowed yourself to receive all that is good, without guilt, without fear. What would change if today you decided to say yes to yourself before saying it to everyone else? Let that image guide you, because what's coming is immense. So immense that you'll need courage to hold it. Bravery not to let it slip away when it arrives. Feel it like an electric current running through your story. This is the moment of truth. And truth doesn't always shout. Sometimes it only whispers from within, when you can no longer keep pretending. When life corners you and leaves you with only one choice, to be real. Don't you feel tired of the false? Of no longer tolerating other people's excuses or cardboard connections? Of running out of patience for what's superficial? It's not arrogance, Leo. It's growth. It's your soul asking for truth, asking for authentic relationships, asking for depth. Everything that once seemed eternal is changing. Structures are cracking, bonds are being filtered. Not because you want to let go, but because your energy no longer aligns with what doesn't vibrate high. Yes, it might hurt. It might leave you alone in moments when you expected company, but it also frees you. It cleanses you. It creates space for the new. It gives you back to yourself. Tell me, Leo, how much longer are you going to keep silencing what you want to scream? How much longer will you settle for crumbs, knowing you deserve feasts for the soul? The universe won't let you escape this question, because your time has come to leave your mark, to claim your territory with fire. It's now, this instant, this very second. The energy shifts in a real way. What once felt stuck begins to flow. What was closed opens. What fell apart was only an excuse for you to lift your gaze and see the full horizon. When you let go, everything activates. That unexpected call, that message you thought was lost, that gaze that finds you, all of it is life telling you, Leo, it's your turn. No one else can take your place. No one else can shine with your fire. No one else can live your destiny. But beware, it's not just about what happens outside. There's an internal earthquake shaking your foundations. You've changed. Your desires have shifted. Your dreams have evolved. Even your body feels it. Now you want to care for yourself. You want to move. You want to expand. It's your spirit crying out for more evolution, more truth, more intensity. And that's the sign you're ready for the leap. Ready to stop begging for what you rightfully deserve. Say it with strength. I, Leo, release the past and embrace the abundance coming to me. Feel how it vibrates in your chest. Because when a Leo declares from the heart, the universe bows to their fire. Don't fall into the trap of the wounded ego, Leo. True destiny lies just beyond the leap into the unknown. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how would your life look if you allowed all the good to flow to you without limits, guilt, or excuses? Picture that scene, feel it vibrate in your chest. That is your true frequency. Because what's approaching is immense. You need to be ready to hold it. It's not enough to want it. You must live it. And for that, Leo, you can't keep denying who you are. There's no room for masks anymore. Life corners you, not to punish you, but to make you honest with yourself. Do you feel weighed down by others' masks? Drained by empty conversations? Tired of excuses? That's not arrogance. It's your soul demanding total authenticity. The roar is building within you, and this time it will not be silenced. What you thought eternal and untouchable begins to crumble. Relationships, projects, dreams that no longer represent you. And though it hurts to watch them fall, you understand it's not loss. It's space. Space for the new. Space for you. Yes, it may hurt. You may feel alone. But Leo, when has growth ever been comfortable? The truest transformations hurt, like shedding old skin. But afterward you breathe differently, lighter, cleaner, truer. Ask yourself with courage, how much longer will you keep silencing what burns in your chest? How much longer will you accept crumbs when you were born for the feast? The universe doesn't want you small, it wants you whole. It wants you on fire. And right now, at this exact point, the energy shifts. The blocked becomes unblocked. The stagnant is released. The lost gives way to what you deserve. But you must let go. You must trust. You must lift your gaze and see that the horizon has expanded. Do you notice it? That unexpected sign? That late-night message? That synchronicity you can't ignore? It's not coincidence. It's life speaking clearly. Leo, this is your moment. No one else can do what you came to do. No one can take your place. But this transformation isn't only external. Inside, something shakes too. Your desires have changed. Your priorities have shifted. You have changed. And now your body asks for it. Rest, movement, fresh air, new experiences. Your soul seeks expansion. That impulse you feel isn't whim. It's a calling, it's evolution, it's preparation. Declare it now. I, Leo, release the past and open the doors to the abundance coming toward me. Feel these words vibrate in your heart. They are a seal, a portal. From this moment on, nothing will ever be the same. Someone from the past may return, asking for explanations, even offering apologies. But this time you are no longer the same. Your energy has changed, Leo, and that changes everything. Nostalgia might touch you, but your intuition is more awake than ever. Ask yourself, does this add to me or hold me back? You're no longer here for halves, no longer here for what doesn't burn. And that's exactly why your magnetism activates. Opportunities arrive suddenly, an unthinkable proposal, a door that opens on its own, recognition that puts you at the center. Everything that once seemed distant becomes real. Now it's your decision. Will you take the step or watch from afar? This is no time for false humility. It's time to claim what's yours, to take your place without fear or guilt. While the world moves, you grow stronger. You no longer need to be everyone's hero. You've learned to be your own support. Now you choose where and with whom to be. You close doors with firmness and open windows to the sun. Your self-love is no longer theory, it's practice. And that shift, Leo, will move everything around you. Some will leave, others will arrive, but peace comes back home. Listen to your body. The tiredness, the strange dreams, the signs, everything speaks, everything guides you. Allow yourself to cry if needed, rest if you must, move, leave, choose again. It's all part of your restart, all part of your new frequency. And within it all, the final test appears. You'll have to choose between the safe and the unknown, between what you know and what you never dared to try. And there, Leo, your heart will know exactly what to do. Listen to it. You're a breath away from receiving what you ask for. Don't let fear take it from you. Not now, not when you're so close. Hold your gaze, feel the vertigo, and jump. Because what's coming, Leo, is bigger than anything you ever imagined. Now you stand at the threshold of your golden era, the exact moment when everything makes sense. Every fall, every tear, every lonely night, everything was part of the plan, preparing you for this. Nothing was in vain. Feel it in your skin, in the air, in the gaze of those who now see you differently, because you've changed. And what's arriving now, Leo, is unlike anything before. It's not just success, not just love. It's a new way of inhabiting your own light. And that light, Leo, will illuminate the path for many. It's the deep certainty of being in tune with your purest essence. The true miracle is seeing yourself without masks or fears, no longer dependent on others' approval, free to shine with authenticity. Here comes the greatest revelation. The real protagonist of this story is you, not the one who fell, nor those who left, nor even the ones who admired you in silence. It's you, Leo, the lighthouse that lights its own way. You are the axis and the start of a cycle that depends on how much you're willing to hold your inner light. Destiny doesn't reward those who wait, but those who dare to ignite themselves in the dark. The question now is, what will you do with this power? Will you fall back into old patterns or dare to reinvent yourself and build a life worthy of your dreams? No more excuses. The universe has handed you the keys. Opportunities are knocking, abundance expands, and the right people see and seek you because your energy has changed forever. This is not only about visible successes, but about a deep transformation, a new dignity in the way you love yourself and allow yourself to be loved. Self-love is no longer theory, it's a daily act. You are selective now. Not everyone enters your life. You accept nothing less than what you deserve. You've become a magnet for the authentic and a repellent for the mediocre. That filter isn't ego, it's respect. Now you look at yourself with the same eyes you once used to see those you loved. That gaze is the seed of every miracle. In love, a new door opens. You can be reborn, become someone new, or reunite with yourself. But whatever comes must be real. No half-truths, no lukewarm loves, no stories that cling to old habits. What's coming is fire, the kind that warms the soul, not the one that burns it. Will you live it, Leo, or will you hide out of fear of pain? Do you already know the answer? In the material realm, the leap is as great as in the soul. Projects that restore your faith, recognition, abundance, perhaps that long-dreamed chance for expansion, travel, or change you never dared to make real. There are no more obstacles. The impossible aligns effortlessly. Miracles don't happen by accident. They happen because your energy calls them in. While everything shifts outside, within there's a voice saying, "Thank you for not giving up." You know how much it took to get here, how much the falls hurt, how much the farewells drained you, how many times you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did. Your story is living proof that when you truly choose yourself, the universe bows to your will. So Leo, stop wasting time doubting. This is your moment. Will you be a spectator or the main character of your miracle? Will you watch opportunities pass or chase them with your head held high? Everything is set, everything in your favor. Fear doesn't vanish, but it no longer rules. Doubt will knock at your door, but now you know how to tell it to wait outside. The greatest secret, Leo, is that life rewards the brave, those who love with scars, who bet on themselves even when the world turns away, who trust their fire even without being understood. Will you dare to be one of them? Tell me, Leo, what do you dream of now that you know the universe conspires in your favor? What wish will you declare with an open heart, without fear, knowing you deserve it all? Leo, if you felt this message touch something deep within, don't let it stay as mere words. Subscribe to keep receiving this energy that fuels your growth and transformation. And above all, I want to hear from you. What wish will you declare today with your heart open? Leave your comment below, share your light, and let's allow this community of brave lions to grow together, supporting each other and shining without fear. Your voice matters, Leo. This is your space. See you in the comments.